guys, Mix here, and in today's video, we are doing a little bit of a different video. Today, we're going to be tearing apart the free go-kart's old engine. So if you guys don't know already, this is the engine that came in the free go-kart that we recently picked up. It's a really old Briggs & Stratton. When we got the free go-kart, we tried our best to try and get it running. The engine does turn over, as you can see. And we were trying everything, as you can see. I did take off the intake because we cleaned it all inside, because I went into this knowing that the carburetor was trashed already, and I was hoping if I just sprayed in some starter fluid, we'd be able to get it fired, and I know that this engine will come to life. Well, after further investigation, when I had the spark plug off and I was turning it over, as you can see in there, there is one valve and it is stuck open, and on the other side, yeah, you're probably not going to be able to see it, but the valves are stuck open, which explains why I was able to turn over this engine so freely, because it had no compression, and also explains why we had a big fire that shot out of the intake because the valve was open, and had a little bit of a fire in the intake, so that was definitely pretty exciting. But I want to tear into this engine and see what we could do to free it up. It could just need a little bit of lubing. We're going to be pulling off the heads, the gas tank, getting to the inside, where the combustion chamber is, and we're going to investigate to see what we could do there. Might have to pull the side cover as well on the other side. But what I want to do first is drain out this oil, because when I checked it, it looked a little bit milky, so it's definitely a good idea if we drain it right now, so when we're not taking off the side cover, we don't have a milkshake over the workbench. And also, before I begin, I want to apologize for the delay of the videos for this week. I was working on the NASCAR, and I don't want to show the engine. Some of you may have just saw it. I was working on the NASCAR all day yesterday and ran into a couple issues, but turned out to be good, because I have something really cool on the way, which you guys will probably see in a next video, or next video after that, we'll see. But just want to let you guys know that. So I figured, since we can't work on that, we'll work on this and see what we gotta get or fix in order to get this thing running. So with that being said, let's get started on tearing into this engine. All right, so first step, we're going to drain out this oil, and this will kind of give us a sense of what the inside is going to be looking like. Here we go. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's just water. Oh my God, that is just disgusting. It is all water. Here comes the milkshake. Kind of looks like those healthy, green drinks people drink. They mix up with the powder and stuff. Oh, that is just gross. I was surprised this thing wasn't hydro-locked from the inside. I mean, there was some serious water coming out. Look at the thickness on that, like a smoothie. It's honestly kind of cool looking, not gonna lie, but it's definitely not supposed to be in an engine. I'm just gonna let that drain out, and then we'll start to get to the wrenching and everything, and start seeing the inside of this thing. The drain plug is now back in, and honestly, I couldn't get pretty much anything out left in this, and there really wasn't much oil. Pretty much all of it was water, so I don't know where the rest of the oil is, or if it's just still in there and it's literally just clogged up. But first I want to start off with taking off the gas tank, just to get that out of the way, because it has some type of mystery liquid in it that just keeps leaking out. This one's definitely going to the scrapyard, because it is in really bad shape. Let's see what will come out of this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just let it sit in there. It's all garbage anyway. Just let it all drain out. All right, so now that we got everything out of the way, we got a better look inside of the valves. So definitely pretty bad, but I definitely think if we clean this thing up enough, take everything out, it's definitely salvageable. So now let's get to the fun part, the wrenching. I guess we could start by pulling off the heads and just work our way down from there and see what we run into. So all the head bolts are off. So now, a little bit of oomph, try and break the seal. Oh, does not want to go. Give it a little help here. There we go. Ooh, yikes. All right, so here's a closer look at the combustion chamber. The head looks fine. Obviously, it's a little wet because the piston is somewhat underwater. That's obviously not a good sign. And I mean, I did turn this engine over with the spark plug out definitely a lot of times when I tested for spark when we first tried to get this thing running, and no water came out, which I find is weird. So I'm kind of confused on how this thing got water in it. Is air cooled, not like there's water running through the cylinder walls, like there's a crack in the cylinder or anything. It's been kept inside. It's not like it's been rained down or anything, at least since I've had it. But then again, I do know that this thing has sat outside for several years, 16, before I got it, so there could be water all up in this thing. But as you guys can see, those valves are quite stuck. I want to do my best not to bend them or anything, like to try and pry them out or whatever. So it's looking like I'm going to be taking off the side cover to see if I can relieve some pressure off of these things and try and pull them out. Not 100% sure if I'm going to pull the piston yet. I don't think I'm going to pull the crank, but we'll just have to see when we get in there and take a peek on how she looks. Carefully pry the edges. Man, I feel like I'm getting like water hit on me or something coming out from somewhere. When I put it on inside, there's water coming out the exhaust and the intake, so there's water definitely everywhere. Oh, there we go. It's not really ideal to really pry, but as long as you don't put too much effort on there and like you don't mess up the case or anything, then you should be fine. The same goes with the hammer. You just gotta go nice and easy on it. A rubber mallet's more ideal. She's not wanting to let go. Not yet. There's definitely a strong smell coming from this bottom end. Kind of smells like gasoline, so all that water could have been half gasoline, half water, I don't even know. A mystery substance.
2 hours later.
I think it's gonna come now. Oh, there we go. There's the governor just laying on the bottom. Oh, dang, the camera. So the camera must have tipped over when I was banging on this thing, but the governor was just sitting on the bottom. Probably just fell off the back of the side cover because that's where it sits on that little rod right there. But as you can see, it is covered in slime, along with pretty much this entire engine. So here's a closer look on the inside. Still like a big slushy, but definitely, I think, cleanable. There's some good carnage here and there. I mean, this doesn't look great. I'm going to pull out the cam right now, see if I can get the tappets out and everything. I'm not really too familiar on Briggs & Stratton, like old engines like these. I'm more of a Predator type guy, but it's not my first rodeo with these, and we should be able to get most of the parts that I want to get out. So we should just be able to lift this cam out. There we go. Yikes. All right, there are the tappets. Oh yeah, those things are stuck. Nice and easy on them. Just apply some pressure. Okay, there's one tappet. Now we just got to get the second one. All right, this one's definitely way more stuck. Okay, I'll pry it from here. There it goes. Oh, finally. All right, so I finally just get out the intake valve, and it doesn't look bent or anything. Definitely just got, you know, some good carnage on it, like the rest of the engine. But the valve spring is a little warped, and the intake tappet is not wanting to come out. I literally just went screw it and just got a massive pry bar, well, that one right there, tried to lay on it, and it was not going. So the intake side, definitely way worse than the exhaust side. The exhaust side tappet is right here. Definitely pretty corroded, but it came out somewhat easy. But this valve is actually moving pretty good, as you can see. I don't hear any like rubbing or anything or grinding or right up and right down. Obviously, I'm gonna have to clean off everything and see how it seals and everything like that. But I'm not really sure what I want to do with this engine. So I want to ask you guys: do you guys think that it's worth to rebuild this thing? Or should I just say, screw it, this thing's too far gone. because it's definitely going to need a good cleaning, that's for sure. And, you know, I'm going to have to put some money in it for some new parts. I think I could probably work with the piston or maybe just pull it out and hone it if I do go ahead and rebuild this thing and pop out the main and the cap and take out the bearing and everything, clean it, or just get a whole new one. The crank is fine, but just needs a cleaning like everything. But do you guys think it's worth putting money into this engine in order to get it back up and running? Or maybe we should do like a race block engine or something like that. Because the block is not in bad shape, just needs a really good cleaning like I keep saying. But there was actually a good bit of oil still left inside of there, so I gotta dump all of that out. But comment down below what you guys think the fate of this engine should be. Is it going to the scrapyard? Is it getting rebuilt back to stock, or is it getting built? That could be like an interesting little side build alongside the side-by-side build that we have coming up. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be ending off the video here. As you guys can see, I mean, we took off the main stuff that I really wanted to get off, and, you know, just so we could see the carnage of this thing. And it's kind of at the point where it is savable, but is it worth putting time and money into? But anyway, guys, short little video for you here today. Got some cool videos coming up soon. I am looking at a possible candidate for the side-by-side build, so we'll just have to see how that works out. But follow my social medias. They will be on the outro of this video. Instagram and Snapchat I use the most. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel.